Welcome, everyone, to our 2024 British Open preview show. I'm Paul Scott with my good friend Matt Berkey and our other good friends, the Taylors, Matt.
Hey, welcome, everybody. Welcome, Jacob and Erin. Great to have you on. Man, it's a new day, new major coming up. And you guys had mentioned that it looks like I had a filter glow up. I just have some new technology, new laptop. Looks angelic. This is the same me, just some new tech. But yeah, Taylors, how are we doing in Florida?
We are sweating, but we are good.
Yeah. It's windy here at the Jersey Shore. Paul, how's the weather in Pennsylvania?
We're in Pennsylvania this weekend. Pretty good. Got a little rain on the way up, but it's doing well. It's not too bad here. And can we add in a little halo? All you're missing is a little halo that we can maybe add in CGI effect with your white shirt, your Bible verse, and your whiteness there. Yep, add it in.
My whiteness. You work on my tan. Thanks for calling me out.
Not that angels are all white. There's some maybe non-white angels out there, but
We took a
moving
hard
on.
turn at the start. Welcome, everybody. Let's introduce our winner from last U.S. Open, Erin Taylor, calling the win. Let's give it up for Erin. So, yeah, I mean, for those of you who don't know Jacob, he's been the fairway father. He's been writing those articles. And so, Erin, how does it feel not just to take down the entire Fore Fathers field, but also your husband?
It feels amazing, especially since he won't ever help me
Oh,
when
wow.
I'm picking my team or give me any advice whatsoever.
That would be cheating, and I
That's
will not
funny.
stand for it.
He just
She
goes,
doesn't need it.
Yeah, apparently she didn't need it last week.
Yeah, don't listen to me.
So Aaron, how do you choose your team, or how did you choose your team for the U.S. Open?
I always pick Colin, so that's
Mm.
the first thing, hence the name. And then I usually do the tier 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just pick names that I know.
Yeah,
There's not a whole lot of strategy going on. I pick names that I know, maybe people that I know have done well in the past or who were on that show. What show did we watch?
Oh, full swing.
Full Swing.
Yeah.
If they were on Full Swing, I might pick them. And I avoid people that aren't very kind.
Ooh, I'm with you there. I'm with you. How did you get attached to Colin, by the way? Is there a story there? Looks, play? I don't know.
Not really. Just like nice guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Just nice guy.
And good in the majors.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's a good guy to latch onto.
You also had Finau and Sahith Theegala. I heard Theegala got a lot of love in the TV in Full Swing. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Fun fact: I walked with his dad. His dad's a very nice guy in a tournament in the RSM. Very nice guy, very nice family. So he fits that nice guy. And Tony's a great family guy too. So yeah, definitely picking the nice guys.
Mm-hmm.
And very diverse too, Aaron. You got a very diverse team going on too.
Yeah. Like I said, not a whole lot of strategy going on.
You know what? Sometimes you keep it simple and it works the best. So, Aaron,
Yeah.
that jumps you up to 18th in the Fore Father standings. Jacob is actually ahead of you in the standings. As we look at the top few, we have 10, 9, 8, 7 Sixers at the top, barely leading Cowabunga. Steve Sr. up there. And then in fourth place, our reigning Cup champion, Sniper Sandlapper. So, Aaron and or Jacob, what do you think? Do you think you can leapfrog some people and walk away with the Fore Fathers Cup after the British Open?
Well, I'm running and gunning. I want this cup.
All right, Aaron.
Yeah, and this is the year. This is the year to win it, guys, because our trophy has gotten a little better over. They've seen some of our older trophies. So this is a high quality trophy. You definitely want to win that.
We should continue to find ways to spice it up. Aaron, what do you think? Are you going to win it? What do you think?
I mean,
Depends on how Colin does, I guess.
He probably has a better chance, honestly.
We'll see. You guys need a win and a little bit of help from the top, but I
Mhm.
like your confidence. Not really. But either way, let's look at the Open coming up. First of all, Paul, should we discuss if it's the Open or the British Open?
We can, but before we do that, Matt, let's dive in quickly to our sponsor, Tri-State, this week. That is going to, of course, that provides us the prizes, so we're able to get stuff for the end of the year. Tri-State, Brian Mazer and the team are sponsoring us once again. They're back, so we're able to do those prizes. So thank you to Brian and the team for doing that. If you want to find out more about them, you can click their link on the app that has their name on it as you're logging in, and it will take you to their page. So thank you to Brian and the team. But Matt, I'm always going with the British Open is myself. But it's always interesting when you Google it, like the Wikipedia page, they say the Open, but then other places say the British Open. I like British. I think you're with me on British, right?
I'm with you. Jacob, did I see a nod from you too on British?
Yeah, it's an old habit. It's hard to change the name after so many years. But
Is that also, Aaron, you have any thoughts?
No.
No. Do we think that it's our American bias in which we can't declare it as the Open because we have our US like
Yeah.
well, yeah, I think it confuses it a little bit because we have the U.S. Open. Like we want a little bit of differing between the two.
So do we think an American can win the British Open?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Who won it last year?
Brian Harmon, an American.
Oh, there we go. Georgia Bulldog, right?
Georgia Bulldog, little in stature, big and mighty in power, little lefty there.
There we go.
Slice it down there. So Brian for the win. Yeah, I want to say he was like a tier 3 or tier 2 or tier 3 pick last year. Jacob, did you win that? Or we will have to go back and look at all time on who won last year's British Open.
Olivia Ryder won last year.
Olivia did. Okay. Awesome.
All right. Well,
why don't
let's talk about this.
Yeah, go ahead, Matt.
What's the weather? Let's start with the weather, then we'll go to the course.
Yeah, so it was crazy when I pulled up the weather, everyone. I basically saw the same thing every single day for the next 10 days. It's between 16 to 18 degrees Celsius, which if you're curious, that translates 18 degrees Celsius translates to 64. So degrees Fahrenheit. And every day has showers, just showers, between 50 to 60% of showers. And then a lot of about 12 to 16 different mile per hour winds, and they're going in different directions. So I'm not really sure what that looked like, but luckily we have the Fairway Father here to help us dive deep a little bit into that and to preview the course for us. So take it away, Jacob.
Yeah, awesome. So Royal Troon is one of maybe my favorite British Open or Open courses. I think it is one of the more underappreciated West Scotland courses. They have a ton of great courses over there. Dundonald, Royal Troon, and they're all like almost within walking distance of each other. And so really neat little area. If you like traveling and golfing, West Scotland is pretty hard to beat. So Royal Troon is the classic, we call it out and back setup. So you work your way away from the clubhouse, you turn around and you work your way back. So that wind direction Paul's talking about, get on there, figure it out if you want to get into what type of ball striker you want to look at. Because crosswind versus headwind is a little bit different on how you need to hit your shots. So the back 9 comes back to the clubhouse to the northwest, and then the front 9 all goes more southeast, and it's right along the coast. And so one of our beloved American players, Sorry. One of our beloved American players has seen some success there before. We also have Gary Player, the great, with a quote saying that the back nine there is actually one of the hardest stretches of golf whenever there's wind kicking up. So if that wind picks up a little bit, we could see some high scores. So
I would love that.
yeah, pretty excited. They have a par three that can go all the way down to about 93 yards. And then it also has one of the longest par fives of all of the British Open courses. So it plays out at 623 yards. So
Wow.
they can really stretch their legs out there. It's going to be a very exciting tournament, I think.
And somehow
That's
Bryson
awesome.
will go driver pitching par 5.
Yeah.
He's gonna like putt on that 93-yard par 3. He's just gonna wind up a putter. Jacob, question for you. Do you, based on the weather and everything, do you prefer on Thursday having a lot of guys going in the morning or afternoon, or do you try and have a balance team with tee times?
Yeah, you definitely have to look at the weather, how it stacks up. My big strategy is just to try to get as many guys to make the cut as possible. And so you want to kind of look at the tee times then, but obviously they'll switch around. So I don't use that as a main strategy when it comes to that.
Okay.
Just because the tee times switch around so much. Obviously if it's raining in the morning, Thursday, raining in the afternoon on Friday, then you got to take that into account. But it's kind of rare for it to happen like that.
Love it.
It's going to be exciting.
Matt, you got any questions for Jacob there?
Ooh, I actually had a question for Aaron. How do you think Colin is going to do across the pond this week? I mean,
yeah, buy or sell Colin, Aaron.
Are you locking him in? Like, are you going to pick him, or do you think the conditions you're going to move off?
I will still pick Colin. I hope he does well. But he said it's still a good pick. I got that much advice.
Oh, okay.
That pure iron striker, wind is not as big a factor whenever you're hitting the middle of that club face every time.
Yeah, you also want a lower ball flight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that. We'll see. I'm rooting for
Matt.
Rory.
I have a question.
It'd be a great story if Rory bounced back and won.
Matt, I have a question for you, Jacob and Aaron. So buy or sell, you can have Scotty, Rory, or Xander. Do one of the three win, or are you taking the field?
Oh, I'm going to go with
Rory, Xander, or Scotty. One of the three wins, or everyone else.
I'm going with everyone else on this one.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, I would take the field. Out of those three, I think Rory's got the best shot at winning. He's got some motivation. Scotty's ball is a little high. But I think the field. I don't know. I feel like the Open could be won by like a no-name South African.
Yeah.
Just comes out of nowhere, But we'll see.
Dean Burmeister, watch out.
Yeah.
Love me some Dean. He's playing great. He was leading Live. He was leading Live round 1.
Let's live.
It's just some other. Hey, Keegan Bradley said he's picking anyone. So we might see you guys.
I'll go Keegan. That's a whole separate conversation right there. Keegan and the Ryder Cup team.
Mm-hmm.
We could do a whole separate. I texted Matt that, and he was pretty. I was surprised too, but then I started to think about. I was starting to think about who would have been next if Tiger says no, and I couldn't really think of any other great names. I mean, because Phil's blacklisted, so I mean,
I want him to pick Phil as an assistant captain. Let's go. Bring Phil in. That would be something.
He deserves it.
It'd be cool. So, all right, everybody. Well, listen, let's have an exciting week of golf, and we'll see if we see each other on the recap show on Sunday night. What do we think?
Meet you guys there.
That's good.
Confidence.
Well, if Colin wins, there's a good chance.
That's true.
If I don't know about Jacob, maybe Ludwig Aberg, or maybe I don't know, someone random. I'm trying to channel my inner Jacob, figure out who he would pick, but we'll see.
There's one name I'm pushing some chips in on to get me a
Ooh.
low score there.
Are you going to keep the cards?
Are you
close
gonna
to the vest
are you
on
gonna
that?
drop it here?
I'm holding them. If I was outside top 10, I'd spill it, but there's a chance.
All right.
Oh,
Can't give
Matt.
Steve.
Matt? Can you give us one taste, Matt, for you? One guy you're locking in.
I
You're
don't-
outside of the top 10,
I
so you can do
I
it.
don't have anyone locked in. I still need to do my homework, Paul.
Mm.
We are recording this early, so I've got some extra time to prepare from the time of this recording.
Okay, that's fair.
I will say random South African.
I don't know how many random South Africans are. I mean, Louis Oosthuizen. I don't know if he qualifies as a random one. So him and Burmeister are the only ones I know who are in it. Maybe if there's maybe one or two more, so you may be pigeonholing yourself, Matt. But that's okay. I put you on the spot.
What about Eric Van Rooyen?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, EVR. Yeah.
Maybe my team name can be pigeonholing myself. I think that's a pretty catchy team name.
Pigeonholing
So what you just said, Paul. So
let's do it. Love it. It's a lot better than what you have right now. So
listen, you got to know when you're climbing up the leaderboard. Actually, no, I switched my team this year to Maddie B. Just for the record.
Wow, getting really
I'm on the edge there.
Listen,
well, maybe I'll have to mix my team up
creeping
too.
up behind him on the scoreboard.
Yeah. You can do it. So okay, well that is it. We will see everyone on Sunday, and hopefully we will see you there.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Taylor.
Good luck, everyone.
Fun. Hey, everybody.
Bye, everyone.